of the Galaxy. Finished top of the Western Conference 3 years in a row. Wrestling match, Sapong inside, nice move on Meyer. He was able to stay with him this time.
Good spot from Tommy Meyer. Don't dive in, stay composed.
Well, now Robbie Keane is down. McGee is tackled fairly by Espinoza. There were two LA players there looking around wondering what had happened. Zusi for Kamara. And Kamara to work up through the gears and take on his man. De La Garza. He's past them too. Kamara! Saved by Saunders. He went for it at the near post. And Kamara still had his head in his hands as the follow-up ball came in. Well, he had Sapong with him as well, didn't he? You've got your heads in your hands, Taylor.
Yes, but Kai Kamara just absolutely leaving AJ De La Garza in the dust. He's got to hit that hard back post. Instead of hitting it inside with his foot near post, hit it back post a lot, maybe a rebound, something to happen.
Oh, Bruce Arena has had 10 minutes to look at the dynamic and the momentum in the first half. He's going to make a change as we look again at Kamara's run.
But right now, hit that back post hard. If Saunders saves it, that's fine. Sapong's there to knock home the rebound.
Chad Barrett. Can he be the solution for Bruce Arena as he comes on for Edson Buddle?
Yesterday at training, you and I looked at each other. Edson Buddle looked to be favoring something. He didn't look right. He was off on the side, stretching a lot, working with the physio. So you have to be concerned whether or not there's an injury there, because he didn't show up to play today.
Now Donovan. Kansas City backline a little stretched. It appeared to be that way though, but Beasler with a cool and confident header back. Our next MLS game of the week, a couple of weeks' time, Sunday, April the 22nd. It'll be a big one. DC United against the surging New York Red Bulls. MLS on ESPN2, ESPN3, also live on the Watch ESPN app. That's Sunday, April the 22nd at 6 Eastern, live from RFK. One of the oldest and fiercest rivalries in the league. DC string a couple more wins together. What a game that might be, with New York having won 3 straight. But everyone appears to be chasing Sporting Kansas City when it comes to Eastern Conference domination. They appear to be very much the cream of the crop. Came from last place around this time last year before their home opener. They had that 10-game road trip, which they won just 1. Then won on an amazing 14-game unbeaten run. They just picked up where they left off last year as Espinoza finds CJ Sapong. Decided to try his luck from distance. Just this slender advantage though. Up against the champions, you can take absolutely nothing for granted. Kamara should have extended that lead. Sapong onto Espinoza. A lot of space here for Convey. Bobby Convey and Espinoza. Really a miss hit that time from the Honduran. More and more space though, starting to open up. This is ESPN's MLS Game of the Week, brought to you by the Volkswagen Tiguan. That's the power of German engineering. Some power being generated by the Cauldron. No doubt about it. It is one of the noisiest places to come in the league, Taylor. And there's competition in that department, let's face it. The residents of Portland and Seattle and Philadelphia spring to mind.
Adrian, you look at how, I mean, playing at Arrowhead against the Kansas City Wizards was easily one of the worst environments. You almost felt like you were playing at halftime of a Chiefs game. But now you come here and see this atmosphere, see what the fans are doing. It gives hope for those clubs that are still trying to figure out whether or not they can rebrand themselves. Chivas USA, New England Revolution. They need their single entity. They need their stadium, their own atmosphere. Allow the fans to do what the Kansas City Wizard fans turns into Sporting KC fans. This is just phenomenal.
Yeah. I remember you scoring a few goals at Arrowhead Stadium, and I would say silencing the crowd, but they were all equally silent.
Other than the few family members I had there up from St. Louis. It's just something special.
What a transformation it has been. Stressing that really starts from the very top here in Kansas City. Comes from the 5 owners. They're all young, gambling entrepreneurs, he calls them, and his team reflecting their personality. We've reached the hour mark in our MLS game of the week. We're watching Sporting Kansas City and the Los Angeles Galaxy from Livestrong Sporting Park in Kansas City. Adrian Healy with Taylor Twellman alongside. So glad you could join us on this sunny Easter weekend. It's not like there aren't any other attractive sporting events this weekend too.
You're looking at me as I'm checking the master scores.
There was a real buzz around this game, almost Clash of the Titans sort of affair, as Robbie Keane hasn't had much to work with, has he? Lost that ball in the sun. Keane, you heard Peter Vermes call it the best striker in the league. I know you've talked to defenders around the league who certainly agree with that opinion, Taylor.
Yeah, particularly after last weekend, talking to the Revolution defenders, they just said he's easily the hardest forward to mark in MLS. The clever runs, he's not the fastest, he's not the strongest, but the timing of the runs, you just gotta, you have to think. If Edson Buttle, Landon Donovan McGee are gonna see those runs earlier, Robbie Keane's gonna score goals.
That's another rambunctious aerial challenge, which leaves an LA player down. This time it was Colin on Chad Barrett.
And Chad Barrett playing the ball, trying to get the feeling of when Colin's coming through.
Barrett saying his piece to the referee. Thanks a lot, seems to be the message there.
Chad Barrett's playing the space. I mean, Colin's just coming in right in need of the back of the head.
First corner of the game for the Galaxy. Tells you quite a lot, doesn't it? Over an hour in coming, Donovan with it. Not the best service. And the restart didn't work in favor of LA either. ESPN2's coverage of the Barclays Premier League continuing Monday afternoon. It's Clint Dempsey and Fulham against Chelsea in a West London derby. The Barclays Premier League presented by Sonosite on ESPN2 and ESPN3, Monday 2:55 Eastern. Can Dempsey dent Chelsea's hopes of Champions League football? Another 2 goals for Deuce today against Bolton Wanderers. 21 on the season in all competitions. Will he still be a Fulham player come the summer, I wonder? So it isn't that long ago since Robbie Keane and Landon Donovan on loan in the English Premier League. Keane scoring goals for Villa. Donovan doing well again for Everton.
While those loans were great for Robbie Keane and Landon Donovan individually, as a team, you really haven't seen Robbie Keane and Edson Buttle be on the same page just due to lack of training time.
But here's Chad Barrett. He's floating one in. And it really was a floater, more in hope than any particular target, it seems. Good season last year, didn't he, Chad Barrett? Climbing up the goal-scoring charts in his career. He's got 41 of them now. Stevens. Across to Franklin. It's 2-2 here last year. The game was actually played on Labor Day. Franklin got both of the goals for the Galaxy.
Which makes today's result a little bit more important for LA to get off to Schneid.
This will be their only meeting with Sporting Kansas City all season long. Real Salt Lake, the early pace setters. Vancouver, perhaps one of the surprise stories in the West. They've yet to concede a goal. The only defense that's better than Sporting Kansas City's right now.
And all talk in the preseason about the Whitecaps in Vancouver were how many offensive options they have, when really the story's been how sound defensively